this out.
Let's get cracking!
Welcome back, everybody, to Game 2 of Not Today versus Union Gaming after what was quite an interesting Game 1. Certainly very back and forth. I believe that's the polite way to put it. Both teams had a major advantage at one point in time. They have thrown it away to the other team. At the end, though, Not Today are currently sitting one game up in this two-game series in the Dota 2 Champions League, U.S. and South American side of the Dota 2 Champions League Season 4. We're going to be jumping into our draft right now. I can welcome in my co-casters, Pandago as well as MSS, are both going to be joining me to make a nice little tri-cast, which I felt went pretty well in Game 1.
I agree.
You did great too, dude. Don't worry.
Oh, thanks.
I'll compliment you.
Thanks,
You really
buddy.
tied together. When me and MMS just stopped talking, and MMS, by the way, is his new name.
MMS?
MSP.
Did I say that?
No.
okay.
Because
It's just like, you know,
calling him that.
people online just,
Interchangeable.
they have dyslexia or something, you know. Three letters is too hard, so they named me MMS.
I'm just going to fully call you Mojo Storm Stout from here on out. Just like every single time I'm going to give you the full name.
Oh, can you not, dude? At least call me Mojo. Just Mojo.
Oh, is your brother home?
Yeah, he is. You hear?
Yeah.
Yes, we can also
yeah.
hear every single time
That's
your
true,
chair
eh?
creaks.
Oh,
By the
sorry,
way.
I'm eating apple. I'm almost done. Don't worry, I'll mute.
All right. You go ahead and mute yourself. Pandago, we'll go ahead and talk about the draft then because we have the Razor, Skywrath Mage picked up by Not Today, Marana, and Tidehunter is going to be grabbed by Union Gaming. It seems like nothing really special is standing out to me in the draft. How about you?
Marana first pick is kind of like something you don't see too often anymore. I mean, obviously during the international, the hero is like, if it's not in the game, something's horribly wrong with what's happening. So at least for the American qualifiers, I mean, it was like that in general. That hero was really popular, but American qualifiers was like that hero's in the game for sure. And then it sort of fell off to like the support role because people felt like it couldn't do enough during the actual game. I personally still think the hero's insane. It's kind of like it plays well to the Peruvian style that I was talking about before, and I guess the Russian style, super aggression. If you win early with that hero and you snowball it and get some early levels, it's incredibly powerful ganker, and it can transition into a decent enough carry, but it's just it gets outshined by heroes like Razor and Death Prophet and Viper even, and just tons of other popular heroes that can also do pretty well in the early game. But they like Marana, I think, is just the carry that comes to everyone's mind when you're like, we need the carry that just destroys the early game, and you pick Marana. So,
and as a
we'll see how it works
sport, we've certainly, I mean, you've been mentioning the Russian and Peruvian style seems to be very, very similar, and the one player that's really stood out to me, who didn't really before his name really came to me as a Marana player, but Jottam, man, Jottam has just been killing it there with virtus.pro. Whenever they give him when he gives himself the early Marana pickup and he just goes roaming around and hits those level 1 arrows. I mean, it's like I've watched whole entire games where I'm just like, Jottam won it. Like, he literally just won the game by being able to hit like 5 arrows in the first 5 minutes.
When we were talking to Volvo earlier, he was also talking about how they lost to M5 for the Assault Qualifier. He's like, PGG single-handedly won them the game because he just ran around the map and hit us all with arrows and we're just arrow magnets. He was not too happy about that, but Volvo will love me. He doesn't care that I'm telling his secrets. The thing about that is if you run it as a support and you don't have the setup, it's super risky. Like, if you don't land those amazing arrows without setups and you're just running around shooting them, I mean, the hero falls off so hard if you're running as just an arrow launching support. And
if that hero doesn't get kills, it's actually so useless. as a support.
Yeah, even as a core, I'd say it's pretty much the same like story. It's not as bad, like you can build into, but it's still pretty bad. Right. So you're really like saying, if we're picking this hero, we need to fight and get kills. So if Not Today can somehow like pick a lineup that allows them to avoid dying and farm, then they're going to be in a pretty good situation. They can also just fight. Like, you can fight against Mirana. It's not impossible, but her laning presence is something else.
Right, you really just have to pay attention to those rotations. Try and get your mid, preferably some good wards, some good vision of those broader rotations. Even just like, that's the thing, right? It doesn't have to be a support roaming duo with the Mirana. I mean, just single-handedly, just the right arrow at the right place, catching you out in that mid lane, and all of a sudden your mid lane is kind of over if you get first blooded like that. So we're also going to see the Vengeful Spear picked up by Union Gaming. We're going to once again see that little bit of synergy between the minus armor from both of these heroes, plus a lot of extra physical damage from both of them for the side of Union Gaming this time around. Not today, though. They already have themselves a lot of mid-game focus with both the Razor, as well as by far one of the most popular supports right now, the Skywrath Mage, and now a Doom pickup, which gives them a nice little counter to the Tidehunter, I suppose.
I'm surprised that hero's not banned.
Yeah. I mean, it's a strong... I think it's, like, broken on Radiant, but it's still really strong on Dire, too. I think, for some reason, I want to say that Evo actually really likes to play that hero as a core. I'm not like 100% certain on that. Not a core, but like a safe lane farmer.
Yeah.
Obviously, a core is whatever.
10 seconds remaining.
But I could still obviously be in the off lane. I really don't like Doom actually against like the Venge Mirana combo if they choose to do that as a safe lane. Even if it's just Venge Mirana, I'm pretty sure they can kill a Doom. Like the minus armor, because he has such low armor, you get a few levels on Mirana into a long duration arrow and you just right click him to death and you can damage through his Scorched Earth, assuming he even gets it off. So I think that hero could actually struggle a lot in the off lane, and it can jungle, like some people just send it straight to the jungle if you can't lane, but that's not really an effective way to play the hero, I think, if you just straight up send it to the jungle, because you send it against a lane that it can't do anything against.
Right. And I do know what you're talking about, though. I remember watching Ewo pick up some Doom 1 positions, so that is a possibility here, but I also know most recently against Sneaky Nick's Assassins, they actually won this matchup. They ran a...
10 seconds
an off-lane Doom with some pretty good success. So they definitely have the versatility to go either way with this one, depending on what the remaining pickups are for Union Gaming. They're going to go for a Slark here very early on into this draft, not waiting for like the last pickup. Slark versus the Doom particularly to me is kind of puzzling.
That's some ballsy picking right
Honestly, if I was going to think of Union Gaming, that's probably a counter pick, or a block pick rather. Like, Ewo makes love to that hero, for lack of a better term. Like, when I think of Slark players in the current meta, it's like literally the only one that comes to mind is Ewo. I mean, he picks it all the time still, and with mixed results. Benjaz also plays it, I think. Maybe it's someone else on their team. But either way, they probably picked it so that they could avoid like having to go against the Doom Slark. And since Doom is, honestly, their lineup is not very good against Slark as is right now.
Right.
Like, they just have tons of stuns, and they're like long not cast times, but what's the word I'm looking for? Like, there's stuns that Slark can easily avoid, like long travel time.
10 seconds
So
remaining.
if they were up against a Slark, they would have a lot of trouble, and they could have just done an offlane Doom, Slark top, Skywrath Mage supporting it, and Tidehunter not only would have a really, really tough time with the Slark Skywrath combo, but I mean, it just basically, I'm actually so sure that was a block pick now, but it is pretty bad against the Doom, so it's unfortunate that they had to do that. And then Not Today just picks up Ember Spirit anyways, which is pretty good against Union Gaming's team as well.
But if they pick up some sort of like do shit mid at the same time, I mean, if you're dooming up the Slark, it just means the Tidehunter is free to hit that Ravage. I know like Slark really sucks versus Doom, and that's going to be definitely a point of contention. But at the same time, whoa, okay, all right, all right. What the hell is that? Zeus is going to be a pickup here. Is it even this good versus the Not Today lineup? I mean,
I don't know, dude. I wouldn't want to play Zeus against those heroes, dude.
No, me neither.
It's really they're just committing to winning early game. Like, they have such a strong, aggressive early game lineup. I'm pretty sure that's a support Marauder at this point. Obviously, Slark's safe lane. Okay, Abaddon. Are they going to do dual lanes?
I think
they might.
Do off lane, yeah.
So the Abandoned Doom is the offlane, and then Skyrath protecting the one position Ember Spirit, I'm guessing.
I would
but Smash
put
is picking up.
the Razor in the offlane if you're going to do it. Because if you have the shield and the drain, like, the person's not going to die. If you have the Doom, I think you could... no, he'd probably be okay.
Can you shield off Pounce?
No. I honestly don't...
No, I don't think you can, right? Yeah,
I'm
you
like
can.
90% it's a no.
I think
wanna go look.
like no matter what they put in the offlane, it's still gonna get like completely like dominated by their Union Gaming's tri lane.
So in which
10
case,
seconds
do you
remaining.
think they should be focusing on just a defensive tri-lane and maybe just put Doom in the
5
jungle right off the
seconds
gate?
remaining.
Or, I mean, there is another possibility which we could see possibly an aggro try out of Union Gaming, but Slarks are not really known for going aggro try too often.
Prepare for battle.
Oh man.
I mean, okay, so this is one thing I thought about of the Zeus mid. There are very few heroes that could deal with a Razor mid. Now, we're not seeing a Razor mid here because obviously that was picked up by Ewo. But
Seems like they're doing a Razor Abaddon offlane.
so they're going with what Pandago said, but the mid Zeus should be able to fare pretty well against either one of these mids. I mean, the Ember Spirit has that magic shield, but can still be like kind of pushed against very early on. Obviously, once he picks up level 5, that magic shield becomes kind of overwhelming, and Zeus can't really do much about that. But in the early levels, Zeus can put some pressure on this Ember Spirit, and as long as he gets some free farm, they definitely have a very aggressive lineup, as you guys were saying.
Looks like... Okay,
Whoa,
well, settle down there,
what
Orange.
is Xander doing?
Settle down there.
I was like, there's no way. There's no way. Like, Doom spotted him out. All right, there's no way that he's going to go for the stun. Xander just actually threw away a bunch of mana and a lot of health.
I can't
And
believe he's
his
even
dive.
using a Clary for that. I would have just walked back to base probably because he could make it back almost in time and then just go somewhere off of that. But yeah, that was interesting. I also looked it up.
Wait, are they going aggressive?
Pounce is actually in Dota 1.
battle
Abaddon
begins.
does purge it off and other stuff can, but in this one it doesn't. In this one, Dota 2. So in Dota 2, it does not purge.
Yeah, it seems like they're going aggressive, putting the Tide versus the dual lane.
Which is probably the right choice.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I feel like if they have that safe lane tri lane versus the Razor Abaddon, I think they can just kill them.
If he saves the shield for the
after
arrow,
the arrow.
and they leash the Slark, I don't know if they'll do enough damage. Maybe after they get a few levels, but definitely not early on.
So that means our Tidehunter instead is going to be having a rough time against this one. As, once again, Angel starts
He
out.
has, yeah, with Gush, right?
Yeah.
Oh my god, there's something about it. It just hurts me.
It hurts me too, man.
Oh, he's using
Okay.
it for CS. That's revolutionary.
Is it though? I mean,
It really ain't. It really ain't. I think Anchor's match is always better.
Yeah, I mean, we used to see that back in the day, but that was like when Tidehunter wasn't viewed the same way as he is now.
No, it's probably because like they keep on going for these level 1 like five man walking in their jungles, and he just has it just in case. And you know he ends up in this situation.
Yeah, but in that situation, you should never skill your ability. You should just be ready to
Yeah.
skill and then cast it if you need to, 100%. Because Anchor Smash, if like say they do that and they run their whole team, Anchor Smash is gonna be better like most of the time. So, oh, they might get a courier sniper here if they're not careful. These patients. Oh no, he's going for there instead.
Oh. And he almost caught Smash there, which could have been an easy kill, but instead it's going to be Smash picking up his bottle and holding on to the courier just for fear of Jericho making that rotation over. We have Basoku who's going to be actually stacking up the hard camp here in order for or not.
That's weird. He's just chilling there.
I guess so.
Oh, he's probably he put a word for the Marana.
Yeah, gets a Murata ward. It's like rarely times do you see that kind of ward this early on into the game, but that's got to be a Murata ward.
It's about to work right now though. Like
Dude,
look
it
at
is.
that.
Smash has been protected.
But that does mean like Smash has to play really scared. So it helps out the Zeus, even though he's in vision.
Do you think maybe they're running this aggro try just because they don't think they could deal with the dual lane at bottom, so instead they're going to put a lot more pressure on the Doom and also ensure Ben just still gets a lot of free farm?
I mean, It can be that, but it can also be like they know if they're doing a dual lane bottom with like Abaddon +1, it's gonna be some really bad dual lane up there. Like that consists of Skyraft plus whatever. Even if it's a Razor, it's still really bad against those 3 heroes. They'll need to rotate the Abaddon up there.
The thing is, they're not really putting a lot of pressure on the... Well, I guess they kind of are, but they're not pressuring the top lane so much that they need to actually rotate anyone up there. So Abaddon's just chilling bottom. Oh, Mysterio. I don't think that even would have killed him, though. Maybe.
Yeah, in fact, Jericho's going to be forced away by Misoku, who still only has concussive shot, as he is just level 1. Bottom lane, we do have Angel, who's going to be able to get off a nice little pull here, and is actually going to turn around on a Mystico. I'm not sure if they can pick up this kill. He does have a heal. He can deny himself if necessary, but Angel is going to be forced away as that static link goes on him, and the Razor comes in to defend his support. But still, they got a pull. They're going to be able to get a lot of experience off of that as the wave pushes into the tower. And Angel, well, he gets himself closer to what could be Arcane Boots here, as he's sitting on 600 gold right now.
I'm kind of surprised that Mihawk on the Razor didn't go double link against a Tide on a like solo lane, basically, or where he's soloing, because it really allows you to actually kill the Tide if you get boots, and he like, does something really dumb.
Unstable current at level 3 really doesn't do much, right, against their heroes.
Well, he does have Gush.
Oh, yeah, the Gush. But the jump from level 1 static link to level 2 is actually so insane, even though it's double, pretty much, which is like crazy. Like, it's like so much better, level 2.
Well, our Zeus seems to be having quite the good time here in this middle lane. He's currently sitting at 28-6 right now, securing himself all the last hits. He already has himself boots as well as a bottle, which he's been bottle crowing pretty consistently, and can pick up arcanes here in a short amount of time. So you rarely see Zeus being picked up anyway, but one of the downsides of Zeus is that he is very lane dependent in some regards. He needs to be able to have that snowball action. And he hasn't been shut down yet.
He's probably going to die right now.
Yeah, he probably is too. The shield already going out. It's actually going to wear out just from those 2 nukes, and that is going to be enough to save Zeus's life. As I wasn't sure if the lightning bolt was going to be enough, but they do kill the shield, which obviously takes away Ember Spirit's damage.
He just needs a bolt and a lightning.
Yeah, I've been watching this matchup. It's actually really interesting. Like, the Ember has to use his shield defensively. I mean, up until that point, he was using it defensively all the time, just to kind of like push out the lane and get some farm. So, I mean, obviously, Zeus had the early game advantage of having Potom just like spamming arrows at Smash. So, I think if the lane was just straight up a 1v1, Ember would be at an advantage if he got his early like farm going. But because he got shut down early, like Zeus is dominating him now that he has the levels to do that, to burn off the shield. Right. So. And if he gets any ganks, like if they can actually somehow jump the Ember Spirit with like an arrow or Revenge Stun into an arrow without him getting shield up, he's just instantly dead. And he's gonna die even if he's level 6. So it should be pretty. But then I mean, you're farming a Zeus versus Ember Spirit, so the Ember. I think going into the league game, NoT has a pretty, way stronger lineup.
Right, because all they have to do is doom out the Slark, right, and then they're
pretty much, yeah. Or even the Zeus if they think that that's a better option based on what's going on, because that hero's gonna be even more worthless. His auto attacks do nothing. Oh, that was a really botched gank attempt on middle. He tried to do an Abaddon shield dive and he just didn't hit anything.
Ewo's in some serious trouble. Benj is gonna pop the early ultimate just to be able to keep up with them, and sure enough, that ultimate comes out from the Zeus, which ensures the first blood going the way of Jericho with one of those last hits. So he's actually going to be able to get himself boots, as well as that kill helps him jump up in levels, as he has been roaming quite extensively and has been in generally not finding anything worthwhile. So that again, as you said earlier before, if you don't actually hit arrows, if you don't actually get these kills, then the Mirana just ends up completely stalling out because you're not getting any farm, and you have no like real good recovery back into the game, and you don't have especially strong like disables that are going to be able to add into the game except for that arrow.
Yep. He's picking. Let's see. He's lurking top. I'm going to see if he can pick up another kill. Did he bring his clarity out? Oh, it's going back to base. Let's Like in this sort of situation, I think the bottom, after you already got a kill top, you should kind of like go back and just refill your mana and look for another opportunity to go kill. Instead, he's bringing himself clarities, which I guess is kind of okay, but unfortunately they have a ward, so they know he's up here, so this probably won't accomplish anything. Bottom really is like, you have to be one of the
Benches.
really aware.
Ooh, I really thought he was going to go for the dive here. He does have his ultimate if he wants to, and right now the Skyrim
he wants that ass, dude. He wants that
yeah,
ass.
and he's going to get it too. The arrow onto Masoku, and he's done for. Well, he's going to be body blocked a little bit. Smash may be able to get in range with the Remnant. The ultimate goes off, and actually Ewo is going to die from just a pound. Citadel now is going to turn onto Smash, and they're going to be able to catch him out. Bench is actually getting really low, but finally that Ember Spirit shield goes away.
Oh my god.
But the buyback comes right back in. Is going to be able to get potentially a double kill. He's trying to catch him up with Citadel, who does have enough mana, arcane boots as well. He can turn this around. If the arrow lands on Smash, he does. He can maybe win this one. The lightning comes out soon. The concussive shot, not quite enough. He lives just barely to kill the Ember Spirit. Now Masoku will back himself away just in time. 6-3, 9 minutes in. Peruvian Dota is already providing us with some very entertaining stuff.
That's the earliest dieback I've ever seen.
Yeah, I was about to say. I mean, he actually doesn't lose that much because it's so early, but he's falling behind pretty hard as Ember, and even though I said they have a stronger late game, he's mega behind.
Super underfarmed right now.
Yeah.
Compared to the cores on the.
And if you really think about Union Gaming's lineup, like they will eat that hero for food if he's underfarmed. Like he cannot go into them at all, or he'll just get blown up by Zeus, or like if he gets stunned or ravaged or anything, he's just gonna blow up instantly. So he really
also just got like a free kill on the Skyref in their jungle.
Yeah.
And he's getting very farmed, which a very farmed Slark is gonna be able to kill pretty much every hero on NoT if he plays his cards right.
Smash is going to be hit by the pounce once again, jumps away to the Remnant, and will be able to get some distance. Now the turnaround on Benjes, but they can't really do much, especially with the Zeus backing him up. And Smash desperately wants to try and grab this 10-minute rune, but Citadel gives him something to think about there, zapping him once. Benj is going to try and force Smash back even more, and we'll be able to get him back. Meanwhile, at the bottom lane, we do have the dive in from Mihawk, already killing the Vengeful Spirit. Angel does not have a Ravage, and is looking to be able to slow down these heroes in time for Zeus to get here. One Lightning Bolt is going to slow him down a little bit, but not quite enough damage to the shield. Arrow, oh, Mihawk has to back himself up. Mystico not being level 6. They're going to get both of those kills as Citadel manages to keep up somehow, despite the fact he was laying down all this single target damage. The level 1 Unstable Current just wasn't slowing him down enough, and Citadel managed to get the pick off on the Razor, while the other two killed the Abaddon.
Yeah, even though the arrow missed, it still killed the Razor because he had to go down to dodge it.
I think he did a little bit too much of a crazy dodge though. I think he could have cut that way shorter and probably got lives. So he definitely ended up paying the price for his weird. But you did get a mech just finished, which they desperately need, obviously. The thing is, they can't really take team fights very effectively, and
initially when I looked at this draft, I thought NoT had the upper hand, because like if they
I still think in terms of draft they do, but it's like like I said,
if they stall, they'll have a much better late game. But
if
just
UG
a Slark and a Zeus snowballing,
they're gonna get
just like
hunted.
too good.
Dire's top tower is under
Moonlight
attack.
Shadow.
Radiant's middle tower.
They're
is
going to
under
try and
attack.
rotate both the Zeus as well as the Mirana into the middle lane, while the other two, the Vengeful Spirit and Slark, go into the enemy jungle, forming up these kind of kill squads. Not going to find any openings on either side, as NoT today have been playing themselves pretty passive so far.
They just need to avoid these ganks. I mean, even if they're losing out on farm, they can't be giving up kills and they can't let them snowball. So if they're having to sacrifice farm but they're avoiding ganks, then it's great for them. Especially if when they're avoiding the ganks, Union Gaming is actually just looking for them. Like if Union Gaming is not on the map, they should just be like, okay, they're probably looking to kill someone. Just don't die, and then as soon as you see them on the map, go to lane and start farming, and as soon as they leave, go back to hiding. So.
Right. Angel, okay. Ultimate already going out. Angel's already been doomed up. They're going to dive in deep for this kill, and we'll be able to get, there's going to be no response here from Union Gaming, as that ultimate was just purely to see what NoT today were up to. Unfortunately, came a little bit too late and cost the Tidehunter his life. However, Zeus does get himself a very fast Blink Dagger.
I actually think Force Staff is like much better than Blink in this game. Because like if he ever gets slides and chains combos, he's just gonna die to Skyroth Vault. Unless he gets swapped, of course. And like force tap is much better to save his teammates too, if that happens to them.
And I don't really feel like him blink initiating on anyone is necessary either. He doesn't need to like blink in and zap anyone to death because that won't really kill them. He's gonna need some other form of follow-up anyways.
Good. He's in it for the top 10 place.
I mean, he could still obviously get a force too, so. And blink will probably suffice until later into the game. I don't think he needs the force super late. Angel's
like in there.
He's very deep in there, but he's going to be able to hit a 3-man Ravage. Mihawk immediately stunned up, and he's going to be taken out by that Lightning Bolt. Angel will eventually go down here. Maybe not. His Smash really diving in deep for this one, but the constant anchor smashes. The Mystic Flare goes out. Smash has forced himself to back away.
God,
Angel will live thanks to the bottle charges. Everybody on the Union Gaming side is low enough. Fortunately, though, Arabadan is going to be able to get 1 kill, denying himself in the process as he miscoils up the Vengeful Spirit, though. 3 heroes go down on the side of NoT today. And Union Gaming, while they may not have many pushing powers here, they do have so much team fight that they just kind of overwhelm NoT today and will slowly right-click down these towers.
Yep. Even if you don't have, like, I think I said this yesterday or something, if you don't have pushing power, if you win a team fight with only lose one person underneath a tower and you wipe, like, the other team, it doesn't matter how much damage you have, you're just going to kill, especially the tier 1s. Like, you're just going to right-click them to death, so.
I believe your exact words were you were just going to slap the tower to death.
That sounds alright.
That sounds like something Pendig would say.
Yeah. So they're up 1 tower right now, which is huge for their sort of, like, snowbally lineup. Benjaz is going for, please tell me it's a Shadow Blade. Oh boy. I was hoping it wasn't Balafree, but you know, can never be too sure. So he is going Shadow Blade, which, same concept as last game. I think it's okay, but if he doesn't utilize it to get kills, it's probably not the best item.
Dude, thoughts on Shadow Blade versus Blink on Clark?
That's what I was just saying. I think it's okay, but... Oh, you mean which one? In this particular game, I think... Honestly, I think Shadow Blade's fine, because I don't think there's too many heroes that him Blink initiating on that he couldn't just Shadow Blade onto anyways, like... Because he has his thing to see if they can see him, so... It'll make the, like, NoT buy a lot of sentries and stuff, and they're already massively behind, so... I think it might be okay. Even though Blink is the more popular option, at least in recent times.
Ward going to be found here. Smash takes it down and is going to be able to finish up his drums, but as you guys were saying earlier, he's drastically behind. He still doesn't have phase boots up for himself. Arrow almost catching him out there, jumps into the mid lane though, and still, Benjaz is still pursuing the Smash. He really wants to just force him back as much as possible. I suppose keeping down his farm is probably one of the most important aspects of this game right now, but MSS, you asked Pendago, I'm going to ask you. I remember we had this conversation when you guys were boot camping here, and Pycat, I still remember this day. He was talking about how he really felt like the Shadow Blade was always superior up until you guys kind of boot camped and started seeing that Slark, and he said now he feels like Blink Dagger is like kind of a must for him.
Yeah, it kind of, that's like the same reaction I had. Like, I always thought Shadow Blade was a better one. Then I tried this Blink Dagger. I was like the first one to try it on our team. I was like, holy crap, this is like so much better. Because what you do is like, first of all, like there's no mana cost, which is like the greatest thing ever. And like the fact that you can just blink pounce, your opponent can't react to that. Like if you do it instantly, it's like a free 1200 range leash. It's just so good. But you need to like, the thing about this Blink build though is like, if you don't get these kills, you're gonna fall off like really quickly.
This is the same as the Shadow Blade.
Yeah, I guess, but at least like Shadow Blade like gives you damage and attack speed, right? Blink like gives you nothing except for this mobility.
So the Blink is actually more all in on the early game than the Shadow Blade, I guess you could say, because if at least you do get attack speed and damage. But Blink can be utilized for split pushing more effectively too, though. I think like you're in less danger of getting ganked when you have a Blink Dagger if you utilize it correctly.
There's gonna be a big
double
fight
smokes.
Right now.
Moonlight Shadow's gonna go up. They're gonna focus on Jericho first. Angel has already been silenced up. Now gets off the Ravage. He's gonna be able to hit 4, and instantly we have the Razor taken down out of the fight as Zeus is able to pop him. The rest of Union Gaming in a good position as Citadel is gonna force back the rest of these heroes. And it looks like we don't really have anybody on the side of Union Gaming who's going to be caught, except for possibly Smash, who the swap goes out. Oh my god, he just gets right-clicked down real quickly. And now we're going to have Ewo. He's being trying to run away from Citadel. Citadel does have a Blink Dagger to be able to catch up with him. One Lightning Bolt up the cliff, going to be able to reveal him for a second here. Angel trying to keep up. He doesn't have a Blink Dagger either. Citadel does have a Blink up in just 3 seconds, has no mana to be able to contribute, so I suppose he's just going to right-click him down. How many Zeus right-clicks can he get? He's going to have one Arc Lightning up soon, but it's not going to be in time as Mystico is able to get there in time to give him the shield and the heal. And what? We have a build on Abaddon.
Yeah. Well, what's that about, Feniga?
Just shield build.
What, Max Coil? Oh, he doesn't have his own.
Oh my god!
Oh, holy. How did I not notice that?
I didn't notice that either.
That's the pure support build right there.
I mean, look at the heroes he's against, though. There's absolutely no reason for that. Well, Smashwork is a solo kill, which he desperately needs.
This is the mind games, though. This is like the black hole effect.
No,
without having a black hole.
No, there's no mind games here.
Yeah, there's like they don't like his ult's never gonna trigger, right? So they always think it's up. God, these Peruvians are on something, man. Holy shit.
Oh man, MSS. When are you coming back to Dota, dude? When are you joining your team and showing off these Peruvian mind tricks?
Dude, we'll do that for the ESL qualifiers.
All right. Well, Benja's gonna jump on Misoko here, blowing him up instantly with the help of Citadel, and now he moves on to Mihawk, who pounces up pretty soon here. He's not actually going to continue, breaks the static link real quickly, and then comes right back in with the pounce. Mihawk, no chance of surviving. And the rest of NoT today finding another team fight that they really just did not want to take there.
I think this Slark and Zeus is just way too out of control right now.
Yep, they managed to snowball, and there's really nothing.
I think that was like that was the only way they could win, and they did it.
Which is something that, like, as a team, you just have to recognize. I think they outdrafted them, and they're like, okay, we have basically a strong team. We just have to not, like, horribly lose the early game and let them snowball, and they just did. And there really was, I mean, when was, like, the key points in this game that really snowballed them? It's not so much that they let them, so not sort of let UG win the lanes because they played so defensively. Like Mojo said, I think they should have rotated the Abaddon when they realized it was solo tied. Like that should have just happened immediately. That was probably one of the biggest moments. But then on top of letting them sort of just casually win the lanes because the mid lane was getting camped by Potom and Doom can't do very much against the Slark and VS top, they also then just fed the kills afterwards. So you can't like let them have the winning like lanes and then also just die afterwards because then you try to get greedy to catch up on farm. If you're gonna do that, just die early. Honestly, like just play really aggressively in lane, get the farm so you don't fall behind, and then just die anyways. At least then you're getting some farm.
So the whole suicide effect for the offlaners.
The feed and farm strat, dude. Yep,
yeah,
pretty much.
I like it. We have Smash, who can finally get himself some upgraded boots, as this guy has been working on brown boots for quite some time. Zeus Ultimate is just going to reveal everybody from the side of NoT today. We're off map, so Zeus just takes a peek at where everyone's at. It's a 90-second cooldown, not that big of a deal anyway. We are going to be seeing a straight-up Scotty here pretty soon here for Benj's. He's actually just one ultimate orb away from it, so he's pretty close. I mean, we don't normally see Slarks with Scotties until about 30 to 40 minutes in.
It's kind of crazy how farmed this guy is.
Yep. 4 towers and 5 kills.
Whoa there! Still gonna be able to get the pounce.
That was so trippy. Oh no, they're gonna figure it out.
Oh god, Mystico, he's been revealed.
Dude, if he doesn't get all at level 9, I'm like quitting Dota or something. I don't even know. It's like it's driving me mad that I can't handle the Peruvian mind tricks or something.
19-9. I'm really glad you pointed that out because I really haven't been clicking on our Abaddon all that much. I just figured natural skill build, and they obviously are very underfarmed, so there's no items to look at ever. So I'm really glad you showcased that one for us.
Radiant's bottom
Oh man, does this have an Ags in base now?
Yeah.
Does he really already have it?
Yeah, he actually
It's
already
on the
has
courier,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, he needs the blade.
he needs to get the blade off the courier. Yeah. His base.
Angel in some trouble. He's going to let loose the Ravage and may actually, he gets off the Anchor Smash. That could be enough mitigated damage there. Mihawk's going to be forced away with just that one teleport. He's going to try and teleport out the pounce and the damage. Oh, Jesus, Citadel. They actually got it with the Tidehunter there. I thought it was going to be the Zeus ultimate, but either way, Razor was definitely done for him. Masoku's still going to be caught as Citadel chases
That's
him
Lark
down.
Night Vision, boys.
And now the jump, and not today. I thought they could have just tried to go on Jericho immediately in the mid lane with Ewo's Blink Daggers. They haven't used a Doom here for quite some time.
Denied.
I honestly think that kill is worth it for them. Like, they just need to get kills and try and put some pressure on Union Gaming, but at this point, it's more on Union Gaming making mistakes than them making plays, I think. They need to try and... Basically, they need to pray to base Smash God to farm a Battle Fury and then Turtle for the next 40 minutes and hope that, like, Union Gaming dives them in very stupid ways and then they take, like, winning team fights in their base. And outside of that, I don't know how they win. And if Union Gaming just needs to not do that. They just need to keep killing, farming, get a few more pickoffs, take Roshan, and use the Aegis to get a Rax. And then once they have one Rax, I mean, it should just be same thing, rinse and repeat.
Right. So we have Doom. Doom's currently sitting on 2,300 gold. Is this a game where when you're behind, do you go for the Aghanims to try and just, like, you know you're not going to maybe kill them as easily? It's going to be a very drawn-out death if it does. Is the Aghanims better just because you have basically a assured much longer Doom, and then an increased damage over time so you can actually be able to focus down one hero? Or because of the fact we have both a Zeus as well as a Slark, do you try and go Refresher and target them both? Do you try and build into, like, a late game, like, damage build? What does Doom do from here besides the Blink Dagger?
I think he's screwed, like, whatever he goes,
He needs to go late game items. Like, they just need to fully commit to late game and do that turtling thing. So I don't think it's Ags. I mean, Refresher's fine, but obviously I don't want to build it now. I think he goes Shivas.
BKBs.
Either Shivas or BKB, yeah.
Like,
honestly, yeah, they're all magic.
BKBs,
He should just go
they're
BKB.
all gonna die.
Yeah, he's going Ags. It should be BKB. He should actually just change his Souls item. Go back. You can still buy a BKB. Like, BKB into maybe like a Shiva's Refresher would probably have been the best item choice.
Yeah. He's also currently holding on to this Speed Aura from the Kobold Creep. Normally when we see Blink Dagger up on the Doom, we usually see the Centaur, just for the stuff.
I mean, at this point, they have a hard time killing anyone anyways, so this allows him to run away faster, which is pretty important at this point. Smash is pretty close to his Battle Fury, though, I think. He doesn't have any other components, so not really, but I think, what's he doing?
It's like another 1,500 gold or something.
Some mech on Tide. I think if Tide would have gone for a Refresher, the game actually would be almost unlosable, but this is still okay, because he can still farm a Refresher and before, like, NoT gets tons of BKBs.
Because essentially the Refresher ensures that even if it goes late game, you've still got a pretty big advantage. Ewo's going to try and teleport out that. It's not going to happen this time, though. And Benjaz is now wicked sick with the Scotty, level 16.
See the Benjaz, power of Benjaz, just had to believe.
I could have
MSS didn't say anything about him this time around in the draft, so.
Yo, he's a great player. What can you say?
Alright, well, I'm going to give a shout out to MSS for making this game a lot more even. He just mentioned Benjaz, so that means he's immediately going to throw, and NoT today are going to get the comeback. Roshan's going to be taken down. They do have so much minus armor between the Venge with a medallion as well as Angel that they were quick to be able to take it down. Now they're just going to grab the last tier 2 and probably go uphill from there because they do have Aegis up on Benjaz. They even have a gem which belonged to our Vengeful Spirit, which I mean I guess between a Slark and a Zeus I really thought this is the one game where gem wasn't really necessary for you.
Yeah, one thing Smash really needs to do right now is get this Battle Fury ASAP in case of their high ground pushes. That's like the only way they're gonna stop that. Might be too late though.
I think it might be too late too, man. He still needs another 200 gold, and they are already going uphill. Mihawk gonna be forced back a little bit. Benjaz goes right back to right-clicking down that tower. Tier 3 is staying strong though, and that's just because of a general lack of physical damage or pushing power from Union Gaming.
Alright, he has his Battle Fury in 5 gold, so he's gonna have it for this next fight.
Radiant's top tower.
Oh, Benja is going in though.
Mihawk's in some trouble. Static Link is going out. Ravage is going to catch Mihawk. The extra bit of burst damage will ensure his death, and Mystico just could not save him in time. Benj is going to be held in place and actually managed to pounce himself away. The Skywrath Mage ultimate completely whiffs. Now he has the Battle Fury. Let's see whether or not it changes this fight, though, because they're already down a Razor. Union Gaming just keep backing themselves up. Blade Mail is actually up here for Xander, as he is a very, very luxury item for Vengeful Spirit.
Oh, holy crap.
Ewo, oh god, that burst damage is so much. He gets some heals from Mystico, the shield also going out. Angel's getting pretty low here, and Smash might actually be able to get their first kill in this team fight. He finally gets Angel, and it's going to jump himself away from Benj's Mystico. Well, there's that ultimate you wanted to see, Pandega. You don't have to quit Dota just yet. Benj's will be losing his Aegis. Skywrath Mage, though, gets swapped in. And
is he going to get doomed?
Doom on Benj's, and he's done for. He actually cannot move.
Dear.
Swap goes out. Oh,
yeah.
wow. Never mind, Xander. I thought he actually used that swap earlier, but he's good.
Yeah, I was surprised he still had it up.
I really thought that was how the Skywrath Mage, his positioning, and how he was like down here. But never mind.
I mean, that was a decently long team fight. It only has a 40-second cooldown. 45. Might have just gone up again.
Maybe.
Viper, not Viper. Razor is changing his course. Yeah. I mean, that's probably what he needs to do, because Ags, I mean, he's just going to die in fights anyways if he tries Gags at this point. So if he can get like a pipe and then an Ags, and off of that, I don't even know what he gets. I don't think Heart really does that much, because they have like percentage-based damage, and I actually don't know.
Angel?
After Ags, what should he go? BKB?
Who?
The Razor.
He really needs Ags though.
Well, I
That's
mean,
like-
after Ags.
Yeah, he does. Dude, he definitely needs a BKB. All the Razor and the Doom needs BKBs like really badly. Ember can.
Doom could actually have his right now if he would have gone that over his Ags, because he.
Is under attack.
I don't think Ember should build survivability items. He should just go YOLO all in damage.
So second Battle Fury time.
Yeah, I think you should always get the second Battle Fury. The upgrade from the cleave is just too good.
Isn't Crystal is kind of like nice early damage? I mean, since they're probably going to be fighting before the second Battle Fury is up, isn't it sometimes nicer to get that cheaper damage item?
Oh, nice.
Oh, I'm not sure about that with Xander, though. The Ravage is going to be able to hit forward with the Zeus ultimate over the top. Ewo's going to be the first target, doesn't even get off his ultimate. Didn't have a good target. Benj's, meanwhile, with that basher, starts working on Mihawk. Benj's held in place, but just pounces himself away. And the advantage of the Slark. Jump in, get a kill, back themselves up, and the rest of NoT today are now going to have to work from a 4 versus 5 vantage point.
I'm not saying that Skywrath misses all on a steering chain unit, but he kind of did.
Dire's middle tower.
Arrow goes out, not going to hit anybody on the side. Union Gaming. Plasma Field. Benja's getting a little bit low here with that silence, but he does get a 4 staff away, and Smash is going to be stunned up. Xander, even with the Blade Mail, is enough to kind of threaten NoT today that they can't really go on him. And I gotta say, I mean, the strength gain on Vengeful Spirit is definitely very good, but I can't say there have been many times I've seen a Blade Mail. It does kind of make sense to the hero where you swap in, you're probably dead anyway, as they're going to focus you due to that poor positioning you're left in. But at least you are able to get a lot of damage back. Normally, though, we see like...
It's actually a pretty cool concept.
Yeah, it is a good idea.
You just swap in, you Blade Mail, so if they attack you, you deal damage to them. It's actually really nice if you get super farmed. I want to go back to the topic of Chrysalis versus Battle Fury.
Yeah.
I think, like, 8 times out of 10, a second Battle Fury is always better than getting your little crit first. Because one is just helps you clear waves, like, really, like, much faster. And, like, in their case, what they need to do is just turtle.
Right.
Radiant, like, even though they're super farmed, they actually are pretty slow when it comes to, like, tower taking. It's just like the Vengeful Aura that's giving them the damage. Outside of that, all their heroes do is just kill.
Right.
But if they have that turtle, like that double Battle Fury, that can clear a wave really quickly.
So what are for you the 2 times out of 10 then? Because I thought this was one of those 2 times out of 10 where you're kind of like struggling and you're like, I need damage as soon as possible because I may not survive through the next team fight. So maybe that Chrysalis is just going to be enough to maybe get me to the next team fight, you know?
That's pretty hard to talk about because I've never been in that 2 out of 10.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe when you're like really far ahead, and like cleave is not gonna matter. Like you're against squishy heroes with low armor, and you just go to crit, and you're gonna like one-shot people, like 20 minutes in the game. I'm talking like you're 15-0 luxury crit, and you still have like 2k over. But
So
I would probably recommend a second battle free like all the time.
Well, we do have Smash. He actually chose to go for the Chrysalis build. And Ewo. He's going to go for Angel. Immediately taking the Ravage out of the fight. Unfortunately, though, a Smash has already been taken out.
Buyback.
And yeah, no buyback. And with the Skywrath Mage down, this may be it. Benj is just cleaning house right now, going from hero to hero to hero. Moonlight Shadow is going to be able to protect the rest. Benj is still on the front line, though, thanks to his Scotty. The high amount of HP he has. Not today managed to kind of get themselves away from this fight for the time being. Oh, God, Citadel. He's got a refresher, too.
Oh my god, that ultimate does like half of Abaddon's HP.
Just one ultimate forces him to pop his ultimate.
Dire's middle barracks.
So sad. And now he's got another one ready to go. Union Gaming already taking the mid-racks advantage. Now we'll be going down to the bottom lane with the tier 3 was already left pretty low from their last couple of pushes. And not today. Need another 15 seconds until the Ember Spirit is back up. Secondary ultimate has already gone out from Citadel. He's actually completely out of mana. I think Union Gaming will be forced back here with a Zeus that can't really do anything.
Skywrath went to like 30% HP from 1 Zeus ult. So yeah, he's definitely automatically dead if he doubles. That's unfortunate. Which I mean,
yeah, you can go.
I was gonna say Skywrath is actually a large source of their damage. Like as weird as that seems, he needs to get like at least his ultimate off plus 1 or 2 other spells in order for them to really take a fight, I think.
Well, to be perfectly like he does have to land his ultimate.
Well, yes,
he can't just get it off.
Seriously, dude.
He can't just miss Searing
That's
Chain
step
units.
1.
I mean, they did take the last fight without him, really. So,
Yeah.
and they didn't have Ember, who's the other huge source of their damage. So I suppose they don't really.
Oh,
need
Benj
him.
is on the hunt. He has a
Mega
Blitz.
Basher. Yep. Smash.
That's no buyback again. That should
buyback.
actually be like. That should be another Rex, right? They
Radiant's
can just go
middle
bottom right
tower
now.
is
It's like a
under
huge
attack.
wave.
They need to go like right now because they only have a minute.
Either that or they could do Roshan. and
Jericho's
turn
trying
the
to do
Aegis
some cheeky arrow, and he hit it on Razor in the jungle.
Wow.
Unfortunately, no one was really there.
Oh, the first hit bash.
First hit? No. He doesn't even get
They're
one
wasting
hit.
a lot of time though.
Yeah, I mean, so that's one of those plays where it's like, I hit a huge arrow, let's run at him. But in reality, they all made the wrong choice by not just immediately running bottom after killing the Ember Spirit.
Yeah,
And
they
they should have
definitely
known
should've
he didn't have
gotten-
buyback because he didn't use it last time, and he spent all
Yeah.
his money on that Chrysalis. So that was actually like, so they basically just won the game by the pick Smash made, but then chose to not follow through on their win and went top for some reason. I don't even know why they're going top to push if they're going to push. Like, the bottom tower is at like 3 hits
Dire's
from
bottom tower
a
is
Slark,
under
and once it's
attack.
dead, like Ember's gonna have a way harder time getting good sights if they're all spread out up like uphill in your base than he is if you're like huddled at the front trying to kill the tower. So I have no idea what they're doing right now. But
Razor.
luckily for them, the misplays this game probably will not change it. They're so ahead right now; they can basically do whatever they want.
Yeah.
So, like, well, we'll see if I jinx that. I want to jinx that. I'd be so happy if not somehow came back. Like, that would be quite the comeback to see.
Yeah, with over 20,000 gold lead, 20,000 experience. Jericho actually hits an arrow there on Masoku.
What's he even doing?
Immediately
What the
gets the shield, leap away, misses the Mystic Flare. Something we talked about earlier. Jericho is actually still going to get a 4-step, gets himself over the cliff. Smash
All
gets
right,
smashed
Smash
to
just
the
died.
face there. Bench is now going to go for Mihawk, taking him down. Zeus ultimate flying around, lightning bolts everywhere. And that's going to be everyone except for Mystico, whose level 9 ultimate does protect him for the time being, but eventually does fall. And Union Gaming will now slap down those towers, and GG is going to be called by Ewo. So the end result is actually in this 2-game series, a 1-1. It actually could have just been Union Gaming taking the whole entire thing here. But gentlemen, MSS, Pandago, I'll start with you, MSS. Your thoughts on this series?
Oh man. I don't want to say it. Just like it was like 2 games where one team should have won, but the other team won instead. Maybe it's something to do with Peruvian Dota. It's like things are opposite there. You know, we see like Abaddon, he doesn't skill out until like level 9, and you know, things are pretty interesting. But
it's okay, MSS, it's okay. This is the end of the cast. This is the right time to release your inner flame that I know you've been holding on to for a long time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Well, what did you say? Sorry, I was like talking to my brother. My bad.
All right, get out of here, MSS.
Dude, what?
Pandago.
Are you gonna do it?
All right, Pandago, I'm going to give you your chance for shout-outs. All that sort of jazz.
I don't have any shoutouts, but definitely same thing that Mojo said. I feel like both games were basically won by their team, and this game not so much. Like, NoT didn't have quite as big a chance at like winning the game straight off. It's not like their draft was so much stronger; they should have just won, obviously. But Union Gaming in the first game definitely threw a game that I feel like they pretty much had in the bag if they just played it correctly. So, unfortunate they could have gone 2-0 today, but instead it's a 1-1 split, which I'm sure NoT is happy with.
MSS, you got any shoutouts?
Yeah, dude, shout out to Boba. That's all that's needed. That's the only shout out I need.
I'll say a nice AM for Bulba, just because I know that he would have said that if he was here.
Come on, dude.
You know he would have said it. I just had to do it for him.
It's Pandago's way of giving him a shout out. Well, you guys can follow me at Dota Capitalist. Follow my co-casters at Pandago, with the last O being replaced by 0. Please change your Twitter name for the love of God. And at MSS Dota. A lot easier to say. And that's it for the night, guys. We will see you guys tomorrow for more Dota 2 Champions League action. Starts at 22:30 CEST. So tune in for that, guys. And for now, thanks so much for tuning in.